I be fair, I don't know how to feel about this because I did not expect that they just gonna jam two sets together and that's gonna be the draft format. But I said I'll give it a go anyhow. So let's see, maybe it's better than I expected to be. So there's gonna be spirits in Disturb, but there are spirits on the other side in first format, right? In Midnight Hunt. So this got probably worse. This is a busted card, obviously, in the right archetype. Scorpion is probably still good. We get two rares, by the way. And I'm not looking like, really, like, I guess Eaten Alive. So, like, it's either we try this Stinger, Eaten Alive, or this. And I'm kind of leaning towards, like, either one of the black cards. And I expect blue-black to be really strong. And just pass these. And this is really close. I mean, there are synergies with Eternal Light, obviously. I'm taking the Stinger. But I think this pick is super close. This probably gets worse because there's not really a life gain team in first set. Veteran, obviously Wilds, a Braid, Quartermaster, probably just taking a Braid. Like, probably red-black is just way worse than it used to be, but... there's also Clear Shot, this card is great. But I don't see, like, how green-black got any better, honestly. And then if we take removal, we take that. Farmer? Probably the Fenestrate. I mean, we have a Fell Stinger already, so we have a good reason to be black here. So gonna just take that. There's Heron of Hope, but I don't know. Like, again, no life gain team in the Midnight Hunt. Farmer is obviously excellent. And then we could just move here, and maybe this is gonna be open. We do get a lot of vampires if something. This card is obviously great, but it's a 4-drop. It wasn't that completely busted. It was like just a good card in Midnight Hunt, but red kinda in general probably gets better because of Crimson Wall, right? Just taking this right now. And then this is a good sign for red. I mean, this is just a good card overall. Even without the... Like, there's obviously no synergies for that effect. It's just like, you want to be aggro, so the life... the life you take doesn't matter that much, but it's a 2-mana 3-1 that draws a card. And then there's a bold pick 6, and I don't think like a shock is that bad in any format. Like, we're not seeing a lot of black, but we're seeing red. This is gonna be like, the two sets are just jammed together, so it's gonna be like a huge pool of card in my opinion. Like, you're gonna just see a lot of different cards, so like it kind of feels like a chaos draft. I mean, I expect it to be like a chaos draft. Vitality was good, but like I don't know how many Festival Crashers you can pick. I do like that we're like this just curve out aggro good removal deck, and that's usually like early in the format where people are figuring out synergy where you should be at. Plus, like, aggro is just like basically a curve and removal good trick, so that's the synergy you need, right? We kind of like are maybe like looking to be slightly biased towards vampire, so we could go there, but that's infantry, which has to be like one of the better 2-drops still. Then we have to like get away from these 3 cards. I don't know, I like the vampire. I mean, this card is strong. I think this is a bigger signal, but it's early enough that a lot of players will just get confused by the signals. Alright, and then we get this, which is not the greatest vampire, but it does work with Socialite pretty well. I do like these 2 cards, and like if in Midnight Hunt I was valuing this higher than this because of Festival Crashers, but again, like, I don't know how many Festival Crashers we can realistically expect. And that's another vampire. Even though it's a 4-drop, but still I'll take it. Maybe this got better. We got like Fellstinger already. Um, well, there is the exile removal, which we didn't take. I'll take the foragers, just a solid creature. Sometimes draws with this are like completely unbeatable, but yeah. Like the worst come worst, it just replaces a random land in your hand. There's a land into a real card late in an aggro deck. Ain't no names. This avatar is nice. How do you get that? The tabled one. Alright, that's a later Evolving Wilds. I don't know, like, I mean, I like picking Evolving Wilds, Kyle. I expect white is completely open because we saw infantry. This was the best white card in the pack, but we also passed a lot of like red-white cards in particular. I'm gonna take this just in case. White red is just like, I don't know like what synergies it casts. It's just like an aggro deck in both formats. Was definitely better in Midnight Hunt than in Crimson Wall. Red Black was kinda decent in both. Vampires were slightly underwhelming in Midnight Hunt. Just gonna take a villager here. I know this is playable, but like this is a cheap card, and like red we are for sure, but black doesn't seem that open, honestly. Alright, this is a good sign. I think this card is super playable. And then we get a pretty busted bomb. And I don't think it's even close. Aldrich is a good card, but it's just a vanilla 3 mana 3/3, so it's like not even like a rare power level card, even though it is a rare. I do like this finisher for an aggro deck, and it can kill a creature worse come worse. Alright, another Stinger, but right now, I'm really tempted to take this Channeler, honestly. I mean, this card is also decent, especially with cards like Interlooper. But I think this has the most chances to wheel. I prefer Stinger over the Ambusher. I think we just go Stinger here, honestly. The power level of this is like so much higher than like these. Obviously, Synergy can make up for that, but we can now pick like a Threaten effect or something, steal opponent creature for a turn. Even though this is not a vampire. Okay, Geist is Usurp. I mean, Blood Tokens is probably not getting there with what we have, since we really don't have any Blood Tokens. So I guess we just take this top end flyer. And it is a vampire. It's our only 5-drop for now, so I don't. This is one of the better one in my opinion. Even though I would like to make this work, we only have a Socialite. Socialite also gets much worse. Alright, there's our... Wait, there's also the Horde. What do you take here? I mean, Horde actually makes double Stinger way better. This probably wheels. Like, Eaten Alive is also pretty nuts. And like, if we get a Threaten effect, then we have 2 Stingers and Eaten Alive. This is a 5 mana card though. It's really hard to not take the Horde here. Just makes everything so much better. Still, I'm taking the Horde. Like, let's be honest, this is like a Titan sort of effect. Socialite and Uprising. Has to be Uprising. We just got like completely rewarded here. We're getting kind of top heavy, and I really want that Socialite. It's like one of the better 2-drops even without any other vampires. But we do have some. But this card just wins on its own. So it's like just power level wise. Now we need to really like go lower to the curve. Like we already have like enough 5-drops. We don't want more. And this probably works. There's a Ghoul as well, which does work with the Horde and the Uprising. And if we pick up a Bloody Betrayal, we can be like a Steel and Sag deck. And close. But we do have like also a lot of spells 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. I'm taking the ghoul here. I think we can make this work, but we need to take the betrayals then really highly. That's a 2-drop. Like we can consider this over the ghoul if we don't get there with the bloody betrayals. Okay. Okay, this is now close. I think I'm taking First Awakener because, like, I know this is insane, but we don't want too many 5s. And Awakener this late is pretty pretty lucky for us. This adds a body. I don't think we want the Ritual, even though it is a 2. But the additional body to sack. I like this one. It's not the greatest here, but we can make it work maybe. Otherwise, the Traveler is kinda the same card as Villager, like even a better card. It's not a Vampire though. None of those are. I like this, especially if we play Crasher. And we like the Reunion with Awakener works. Maybe Retribution actually is fine. I think we just like we still have a pack to go. This is working out pretty well. Like Eaten Alive for this now. This instant speed is pretty good. Like if we pick a Bloody Betrayal, but like now we just don't have it and we might not see it because the set is so big. This might be better than this. It does... We do have a lot of things to sack already. And tokens, it does kill the Uprising tokens, which is kinda interesting. I'm taking Eaten Alive. Like we will play it regardless. Okay, and then we get another rare. What is this? Like I guess like you just open a lot of rares and then are just like a million rares in the packs. Outlaw would be nice. Taking a bomb. And now we don't need to play the Villager. Invitation is interesting, but like Bolt is pretty premium in my opinion. This could work. But whatever. I have so many playables. And I would kinda want to replace like some creatures with vampires, but we will see about that. 26 cards, we need to make cuts. There's the Pack Betrayal, which is worse than Bloody Betrayal, right? Well, we do have some wolves. We do have the Stormseeker. That's the only wolf. I don't think we want anything here, honestly. Like, this could be good, but we have so many 4s. This is the only card that can potentially make this deck. This actually this gets better with the Horde tokens. So I can't even see it. But there's also Evolving Wilds, we can just easily play it. Neodymic Rush was decent. Does it get better? I don't know. Does this get better? It is a vampire. One of the rituals might be fine, but like we also have like this to discard already. Have so much card draw. I'm gonna take Neonate Rush. And this doesn't really work because we don't have enough vampires. I do like this card a lot. This would be a werewolf for Betrayal. I guess just the Fountain is also fine. That's a late Watcher. Otherwise it's just a random vamp, which could work in this deck, but I'm taking this. Because it like we can easily be just like a normal, good stuff aggro deck. Not care about vampires. This is the only card that cares about vampires. And the Socialite, I guess. Alright, another Vamp. A pretty good one. Like, those are like... White was open, but I don't think we would have ended up with a better deck, honestly. This, like, just power level of these cards is just quite absurd. And maybe I regret not having the second Horde, because we have some number of sack, but I guess, like, we have the Uprising as well, so that acts like a... Like, sack fodder. Retribution probably just like it's too conditioned, even though it's like insane with like Uprising. We just don't have that many vampires. Alright, I don't mind this deck. I think it looks pretty awesome. We need to make some cuts and it's gonna be not gonna be that easy. Because we still want to care about the curve. That's like one thing. We are an aggro deck. Even though we can win on late game easy. Alright, let's start from the scratch. I'm gonna add the cards like that I wanna play 100%. And then see where this is going. Betrayal and Ghoul. Then Ghoul gets really more playable with Betrayal. We have the Awakener, Ghoul, Eaten Alive, two Stingers. And then just the Fountain or what? That looks like a really solid deck. That's a hand. 1-drop, 2-drop, and then probably tap land, but we have an Abrade. I like starting with one here. Especially when we have two drops. There can be a piercing, like I'm not gonna play around it. There's so much stuff to play around now. We have a bolt for that. This card actually kills our Uprising, which is kinda interesting that there's like more answers for that now. I think we wanna kill that. Get a red source. Let's kill this. Well, we don't need to kill it now. We could just present a 2-drop. Because then we get more efficient at one point. Or just like try to block here. Like I don't see this really like being that important to flip. Also, Ballista can kill that eventually. We need to make sure we don't take too much damage though, because this is 5 power. And I see a line maybe where we attack with Interlooper and sack it for cards. I will make this block, I think, or like maybe even this block. This is still gonna be way more relevant than the Ghoul, I think. And both we can sack. Fine. Just a fine trade. Okay, now what we can do is kill this guy, attack both. We really don't want this to train, I think. Attack both, and then if they block here we sack, and that's a good exchange for us. Otherwise we have either a Braid or Stinger. And I don't think we just force sack this. Maybe I should have left this for the blockers though. Maybe that was bad. Hmm. I really don't see what we're sacking. Like we could... I can technically sack this, I guess. But I don't think we will care that much about the... Like maybe the interlooper is just completely irrelevant though. I'm gonna sack this. Close decision, because like we need to evaluate who's the aggressor, but we have the Watcher and we have like pretty cheap stuff going on. They can technically flip, but we have an Abrade. I think we take this damage. Yep. Attack both this trade is completely fine. Maybe we just attack with that. They get Ko and they get flying here, then they can flip this. I really want to jam this guy this turn. Take 4, take 5. A swing boat. Now one play is this plus Eaten Alive, other play is Crasher. A Braid up. I think this Eaten Alive interlooper on the... on this? Well, I don't necessarily love the Eaten Alive play here. That's kinda awkward in a way. I'm gonna go this. Hope they flip this and then we just upgrade that. Problem is if there's a spell also. Like Adam and Will. It's like a pretty complicated scenario here. That's alright. Yeah. We do take 5 life. They're also like on lower life total. Shock is great here. Shock is just great. Because now we're not really losing to this board randomly. I think I like just killing that. Even though this cannot this can kill it later for free, but we have to tap it down. But there can be tricks and stuff, and we're so far ahead. We have Eaten Alive. Man, Lantern, we're in a decent spot. Actually, Stingers are not that insane in this deck. Do we keep that on the draw? Probably. I mean, worst come worst, we just play the cards out. If we get it might be reasonable. I guess now we sack the good, it just gets blank to by the guest. Yeah, blocking makes a lot of sense. What else are you using on your one force for if you're not blocking? Mono black. Weird because we have like even-ish mana. Or even-ish split of red and black. Okay, so they're also missing red. That's a true mirror match there. Okay, this card is annoying. So I guess we go this. What do we discard? Because having a braid here up is not that bad. I was thinking Watcher because like Uprising is double red as well. We can bring this back anyhow, we cannot bring that back. There we go. And now we could kill the zombie, but we give them some value there. I think we can go long game here, cause like we are attacking for 3, right? They will attack though. Might be correct to just go for the kill. So they lose the Death Toucher. This is also a lot of damage. Plus, like, what a combo. Like, this kinda just adds 3 bodies for that. Okay, so they go for extra damage, which is interesting. Don't mind that. Okay, now it's getting interesting, yeah. Now we're getting low. And Siege Zombie. Definitely that, right? And then next turn we can... Yeah, definitely that. We're still on 13. I mean, attacks are now bad for us all of a sudden. But not completely as well, because we just added 7 damage to the board. I guess like Guest is still annoying. Okay. Mana Braid. Imagine keeping that. Don't like the trades. This has an ETB. What if we... Well, Guest comes back and gives them a blood token. We could kill the zombie with this and go Seeker. Well, we definitely play the Seeker out. I don't like giving them that. I kind of think we need to deal with the zombie. Otherwise, we can probably sit back. Although, like except the guess, like nothing is really that. So what if we go for this? And go like really aggro. And these attack. We can trade here, but then we get this back. I don't like this as well. Kinda interesting. But this can just also go face. I think we want to exile the zombie. Because otherwise we're just taking random damage. Still have the Innistrad then left. But I guess they can get something back. Should have done it pre-combat, like then we lose the damage obviously. I mean this was just bad. Yeah, this was just poorly navigated. I moved into other step just because of not losing the time, but yeah. That didn't make that much sense. Okay, that's pretty good for them. They sag this, they get something back. Draw a card. Get red mana. Braid kills that, it makes sense. But luckily we didn't go for the trades then, but yeah. Okay, we can play both. I guess we just kill this one now. They cannot flip it, but they do draw a card, which is annoying. But can they then just always do this? That's actually crazy. We'll have to. I think we need to go aggro here. Seven. While we do this, it's only 6. Like this one. We also keep a creature back. This is then 7 damage at one point. It could be 7 damage now. Which might be correct. It's not gonna be hard to navigate this. Do that next turn. So I'm gonna wait. So that brings the Awakener back. Can they do this next turn? Each turn? Probably. It's a good draw. Go face it's 11. I'm gonna just sag this 2-2. And go, like, we draw cards probably, because we have so many good draws. So what happens, this is now on 13. What happens if we steal the zombie? Doing all. Scry 2. I definitely like attacking here, because we deal so much damage. Because like, after that they can just sag the creature. And this is Scry 2, that's also really important. Yep, really important. This gets a plus. I mean, we might just attack all. I don't think they can kill us from there. They're gonna gain 2 life. But we're getting a 1-1 so we can even block. This blocks there. That doesn't happen. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I go to 1. 14. But them losing this is also valuable. Kinda interesting, eh? I also like did some miss plays there. Definitely did do more damage. I don't like playing the land because we really want to crack this. That is just lethal. So we jump block this, take 2, and they die on the backswing. Cards like that got way worse because there's just not that many blood tokens around. I mean, it's still like a 3 mana 1/4 and it is a vampire. If they pass, we get to flip that and that's trample. I'm gonna just jump there. I can see even trading because it's 3 damage. How do we lose? I mean, if they have 5, they don't kill us if they have light up the night. I think this is fine. The other card can just draw them stuff. I don't know if that works like this. I imagine it does. You draw a card and then you transform it, so they can just like then draw a card each turn. Sack a creature. Probably loot, then this. That's not good enough. They go to 3 life. Oh, Anji. They need 1 creature to die. They just attack with a scorpion. But they can jump, that's the problem. If we swing all, it is lethal though. Yeah, we just swing all. It's 2 creatures. We'd give this plus block, 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 4 damage. It's alright. This is a keep. Have the combo, that's super late. I think we have to mull this. I mean, this is like a dead card in this hand. Alright, that is better. I mean, it's not better, I guess. It's actually not better, but we do have a kill spell. Not a fan of betrayal in this. So do we just hope we get the gas, or do we just cut the land? I actually like just this, especially on the play. Then the library. No more lands, please. So I guess we just kill that. Otherwise we're just taking unnecessary damage, so... Kinda bad, but what else are we doing? Yeah, and then villager. It's like possibly the worst draw except of lands, I guess. This at least doesn't... At least we don't flip the villager. And we can go aggressive from here. Although opponent has a way better curve than we do. It's a draw. I still like doing this. And then upbraiding with a potential spell. Maybe even flipping cards back if they pass the turn. Do we just block? Like if we take 6, they draw 2 cards, but then we kill Towel or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only go to 9, but we lose the tokens. That's pretty awkward. Yeah, especially if they had this. I think killing both is correct. What else are we doing? They're only on 16. We're also on 16. Wow, that's pretty good opponent. This card is not in general good, but for sure in this scenario it works. Especially if we're drawing like that. Okay. I don't think we're getting there now. Let's see what they get. I don't know what 2 cards we can get. Okay, they get the Uprising. That's pretty good actually. Although we just have to kill this. I guess like our only out is they whiff on our deck. Okay, never mind. That was a super unlucky draw. Okay, I'll start to believe that Awakener is not that great in this deck. But all fine. Just go this too. But yeah, some cards maybe lost some synergies. This was like in general not that great in Ragdos anyhow, now that I think of it in Midnight Hunt. It had some synergies with like, I don't know, the 3-1, so like the 3-1 trampling haster sorcery you can get. Yes, this, and then search for a mountain. Nothing we really want to discard at this point. It's just like we can curve out naturally. And the mass value is with this is if we discard the land later. Anyhow. Okay, that card is whatever. I mean, flipping it is really awkward still. And we don't have a removal for the creature right now. Now we have it. That's fine. Because like, this is still a turn 3 do nothing, but we are also doing nothing. Ballista deals with this for free. Or with that. Right now I think we just play this. Swing boat because this block is not the greatest. If they flip this, we get these for free down. I like this, I think. Having this first is just better than just killing the creatures right now. I know what value is great and all, but this is also value. Let's make it so we don't kill this. Okay, it's gonna be a really bomby format. Okay, that we kinda knew. We can kill the monster down. We don't need to now. Cause like it's more of a surprise next turn. Stormseeker. Well, the thing is we hit for 7, right? So it's just like better than playing this. And they cannot just like flip this even though it's a 4-4. Because then this also flips and then we just kill everything for free. A 1+1 damage, so we can kill that. Too bad because we had like a plan of just killing them. That's all fine. This was considered like almost unplayable in the previous format, in my opinion at least, or like at least I guess in a lot of opinions with other. I wonder if cards like that got better now. This flipping is annoying. Because like now this cannot really attack. I don't mind this trade. I guess we can attack with it if we just go this. I don't mind the trade since we have the thingy. I don't think we want to loot right now. We still have this. I think we win if they don't deal with creatures. And then double ping and stuff like that matters. One idea would be to... Because they also have that, to just attack with a collector. I guess them bringing Recluse back is not that big of a deal. They will trade for Watcher, like I'm pretty sure about that. I guess that's fine. What if we do this and sag the Stormseeker? They have to block then. That's pretty good, right? And blocking this is the worst, I think. And otherwise this is just free damage, but we might just want to sack, honestly. Blocking this is the best for us. It's not as a sorcery. There's so many of these effects and some are sorcery, some are instant. You kind of have to be really careful. Yep. Now they flip this flips and can give this some not block, and so they cannot just go into that. These two are lethal even through the life gain. Oh, that's actually such a good draw. That's such a good draw. Well, but we do still win, right? Just have to sack the right creature. I was complaining. We do just have lethal. What a game. I'll keep that. If we get lands, this is a good hand. We are on the draw. Have enough early interaction. Even an early creature. I guess we just go this now. But yeah, we really want the two lands. Like, then we can curve into Uprising. Then it's pretty sick. Okay. I mean, I regret not having this now up. I guess this trade is fine. They're never trading also. It's just more mana efficient. There are some cards that want this trade, like, so we can still do this. I did not expect them to make this trade. Because like Awakener is really not doing much for us. I'm gonna let it happen. But yeah, there's probably something that brings it back because they made that trade. Come on, land. Not like this arena. That's a problem. And that's a bigger problem, obviously. If we got a land, we could just kill it. It's not like we're just not coming back from this. I guess if they somehow we get something, like we get a kill spell here. I mean, we get to kill something. Okay, land, kill Anya, and then what? I guess not today. Man, what are these hands? We're getting like pretty screwed here. I mean, it's not the worst because we just fell Stinger, but this is not doing anything. Guess we keep this. I would keep this with a mountain. But yeah, without a mountain, it's pretty sussy. Depends how aggro they are. But I guess they didn't have a 2-drop. Like, now it looks alright. Okay, that's a problem. There we go. I'm gonna try to weigh this and maybe get something. Maybe we curve out naturally. So do we want this to pump? What if I just go this and pass? Obviously it's so bad if they have a kill spell. I don't think we can ignore that. So right now we don't have the answer. And yeah, that's the whole problem. But if they go another creature, we're even further behind. And now we get this. Wow. Wow. Let's just play this out without a draw. We could draw because we have so much removal. But this actually threatens to block. I know on 6 we can do this. But then it's too late because this doesn't block this. So I guess we just have to run it out. And not draw. Which is completely bad, but... I mean, other play would be draw into removal, right? But it's still like... This is worth... Like, this trade is definitely... good for us. Okay, that's a good sign. They're not attacking. Let's be real. Maybe this card is just not good enough. It's so awkward. So freaking awkward. Could go aggro here. So then if they attack, we have this, we can discard this. Still need to kill the 3-4. They didn't have an answer for that. They're not trading. I think I like that. Other play would be this, discard this turn, but this at least threatens the block. They still lose a turn here. It is slightly awkward. Hmm. I think I like just attacking all, just dealing that damage and then start looting. Because this still trades for the 4/4. If we get a sack outlet, we have Pack Betrayal anyhow. We don't really need the land. They play something big, attack. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, that actually works with Pack Betrayal. Let's go. Just need to kill this. But these are like bigger threats. I think now we just take that. Have exactly 6 mana. By the way, 5, they killed at 4/3. One short. Oh wait, does that win? Still the 5/5 they have to block. Wait, if we steal this is 7, it's just lethal. What am I talking? I was thinking they would kill this, but I guess they don't have a kill spell for that. Alright, I guess that's a keep. We at least have a removal. Not the greatest hand ever. This doesn't really like defend. This actually just kills something and then we hope we get a land. Like that's the problem, also double. I don't think we do that. I mean, there are some scenarios where we want that, but I don't think this hand is about that. Now we definitely want to kill this. I guess we can use Light Up the Night as well. Just probably better. The bomb format. Ballista can kill it later. It's super fragile though. I mean, we could go Stinger, but then like Stinger also, I guess this we definitely do now. Okay. Bump into bomb, but we do have kill spells, so it's not like the end of the world. I mean, it's not like, I guess they could have attacked with that, but I was maybe too hasty there. So I can see just Watcher. We take some damage. That's probably bad. Just eat an alive, sack the token. Make another zombie, I guess, and then play the Stinger. Probably there's gonna be like a Halana somewhere. It's not completely unreasonable. I mean, this format is, look at this. But we have a lot of bombs, but like obviously people are gonna have more bombs. The first like one bomb is always getting passed. Or often. That's alright. I think being mana efficient here is the correct play, especially if they want to go with some flips or something. Maybe we could like try to find a braid, I don't know. Okay. Stinger kinda stops these big fatties. Do we need a double black card early? Guess not. Okay, that's pretty good for them. That's really good for them. What we can do is block the Holler and ping it, and then but then we're on top deck. We flip this. I think we just have to do that. So otherwise there's just hits for this damage and that's it. Which is a really bad spot to be. That does work though. That actually stops their board, so that was a lucky draw. Honest, our hands are good, but like look at the decks. Like the decks are gonna be super high power level. So don't be like, yeah, exactly that. Don't be like too excited, I guess, would be a word. And now we definitely don't attack with the Crasher, but I see attacking with the Demon and maybe they take the damage. Like, it's a high risk, high reward. If they block with Anya, we lose, but we probably lose anyhow. They will double block maybe with these. But it's not like this will do that much more. I mean, it does block the Anya. So I guess we just have to do this play. Because otherwise, like, the Anya hits for 4 and then we're so much likely to just die out there. Which can happen anyhow, but... Yeah, look at this. I mean, 3 bombs. And another one. Alright, I guess it's like a fun format to try once and twice, but I can see this being discouraging. We're literally like our... This is gonna be a pretty common, I think, scenario. Bump into bump. 3 color. 4 color. And I'm not complaining because we got our Shadow Bombs. I think that's just like how the format is gonna look like. Shock would be great, or Bolt. Wait, that doesn't work. It's another creature. What else are we gonna do? Sack, Steel Anya attack all, sack Crasher, but then we still die on the backswing. Steel Anya attack Demon Anya. No, we have to attack with the Crasher, but that doesn't make sense. Because otherwise we still just lose. Like, it's just like we pass the turn, we lose, right? So this is our only play. I believe they're blocking, I guess. I mean, they're on 22, even with Anya. Start was just miserable. I mean, we had good cards, like this is a bomb, obviously, but we had to use it to kill a creature down, so... But the problem is our blocks are still not profitable. I guess that's it for today. It'd go down like that sometimes, like there was not much game to that. But I like where we're at. I think the deck, considering to what the decks probably look like, was not that great, but it was decent. At least it was consistent, but still like didn't get maybe the most consistent draws. I don't know. While you'd actually lose stuff for going 4 wins.